was a draw for you. How would you kind of wrap up and describe the game?
First, I tried to play Petrov today because I wanted to take it easy on her because she has 4 losses already. And so I played e5, which I don't usually play. She played something else. She went for this Fianchetto variation and tried very hard to win, but I managed to defend myself and even got a slightly better endgame. But I think it's very difficult to win anyway because she defended very well.
So you've got. Do you think there was any point of time that you felt that you could have pushed in for something more than a draw?
I think it's somewhere around the move 40, 41st or so. I think there's maybe some chances. But in the game when I went for another line with this King of 6, Knight e6, she defended accurately, and there's nothing.
So Sashi, for a hat trick here after a nightmarish start, 3 wins in a row to end the first half on a very happy note, I would say.
Well, I mean, it's nice to win, but the quality of the games is still, terrible. I mean, there are too many mistakes happening. And perhaps after the rest day, the quality might improve. Okay, but still, I have 5 more rounds to go. Anything can happen, I guess.
No, but in this 5th round against Parimarjan, I think there was not many. I mean, there wasn't any noticeable mistake from your side, or would you say there still was?
No, I believe he was slightly better after the opening. I mean, this exchange of pawns on the queen side was not really required from my part, because after this BAB and C5, he takes on E5, and then I have some not so pleasant position on the center. I mean, he has more squares. Okay, I believe I wanted to liberate my bishop on B7, but it's not really that much big compensation for the slightly worse pawn structure. Okay, and maybe he did not require to go knight h4 perhaps. I mean, because somehow I feel it's not very justified to go on this side. Okay, it's he has queen on a2 and bishop on c4, but somehow I feel he could play more easily on the queen side because my pieces are not very coordinating well there. But instead he went for this idea, and then after queen e7, he was not very sure where to go. And queen e2 was definitely a mistake because, after knight d6, then he can play bishop d3, but I'm not so sure. Bishop a6, and then now after bishop a6, knight e4, I don't feel any problem for black. And perhaps after this, also maybe time trouble played a part. Maybe he could have defended better, but instead he went into this. He played queen g3 at some point. Maybe queen f4 was better. And then after this forced bishop e5 long thing, his queen got stuck on h2. And then I have a passed pawn on d3. After this is probably winning, yeah.
So it was a hard-fought draw in the 5th round just before the rest day. How would you sum up your game in the 5th round?
Well, probably not a very good game. I have to check it more deeply. The opening I was a bit surprised, and probably I didn't play very well bishop h5. Looks like a new move. And I blundered with king h1. I thought that after bishop f6, which he played, I would have bishop f4. I thought the pin would be very strong, but then he just plays knight c4, and I realized I just lose a pawn for nothing. And then, probably rook c8 wasn't very good on his part. He could have played knight d7. But it really was very unpleasant for me the whole time. And finally I got into a position which I was expecting to suffer for 100 moves before I could make a draw. He just has a knight on e5 and I can't do anything but wait. Maybe it's even a losing position objectively, but somewhere he went wrong. I think probably knight f7 is a mistake. Instead I was worried during the game about queen d7. Yeah, but after knight f7, queen f2, maybe he has nothing. It's a bit surprising, but I seem to hold. And at some point I was even thought I had some winning chances near the end, but probably it's a draw.
So would you say that both of you are wary of each other, considering that you've had a fairly steady tournament so far?
Yeah, I'm not sure how he approached the game, but obviously at some point he started to play for a win, and he was very close, and I was for most of the game hoping for a draw.
A third successive win with black pieces for Krishnan Sashikaran marked the end of the first half of the inaugural AAI Grandmasters chess tournament. It now means that Sashikaran, after 2 losses, is now at 3 out of 5 games. The leader continues to be the Italian Fabiano Caruana, who now has 4 points, and he is half a point ahead of Victor Lazinka. India's national champion Parimarjan Negi is still trailing way behind at 1.5 out of 5, while Wesley So has 2.5, and the women's world champion Hao Ifan has just half a point from a draw in the 5th round.